my gosh. Courtney, did you know that your brain is made up of about 85% water and that your bones are about 33% water?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So cool.
That is. Did you know that fossil footprints have been found where whole herds of dinosaurs were seen walking together with baby dinosaurs in the middle? So we know that the dinosaurs took good care of their babies.
Cute.
I know, it's so cute.
Gosh. Oh, excuse us. Sorry, we were so caught up reading our informational books.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Morgan. We're going to present on informational books today.
Informational books give us information about our world and everything in it.
We like to read books from this genre so we can learn more about the things we're interested in,
such as dinosaurs
and Neil Armstrong.
Another example of when to use books from this genre would be if you're going to have your first baby. Many parents buy books about what to expect. They learn a lot from these types of books.
Informational books provide verifiable facts and detail for the reader. The information in these books must be factual and dependable.
The basis of all informational books is accuracy. Informational books also help readers understand complex or abstract concepts.
Informational media is often presented in the format of little-known facts, unusual viewpoints, fascinating comparisons, and first-person accounts. Little-known facts create images that stir up interest. Do any of you know any little-known facts?
Nice! One fact that we found interesting was that a fox's ears are so sensitive and can hear a worm wiggling on the other side of a field.
That's nuts. Unusual viewpoints usually entice the reader to pick the book up. For example, The Secret Life of School Supplies by Cobb, or I Wonder What's Under There, A Brief History of Underwear by Lattimore.
Fascinating comparisons help us understand abstract ideas such as $1 billion. Do you remember any comparisons from the book? An example we found interesting was on page 181. In How Strong It Is, we read that spider strands are 5 times stronger than any substance human beings have been able to produce. If a spider could make a huge web where each silk strand were as big as a pencil, it would stop a Boeing 747 in mid-flight.
Crazy.
Super cool.
First-person accounts is when the author has done something or been somewhere and writes about it. So it's kind of a biography. An example of this would be The Dust Bowl Through the Lens, where a teacher writes about her experiences with poverty.
Chapter books examine all topics, whether in great detail or in general overview. For example, Shipwreck at the Bottom of the World by Jennifer Armstrong.
Informational picture books serve the same purpose as informational chapter books, but they're usually taller, thinner, and more heavily illustrated. They present an idea in sufficient depth to pique curiosity as it increases understanding. For example, The Secrets of the Sphinx by James Cross Giblin.
Activity books invite the reader to engage in a specific activity beyond reading. Classic types of activity books include science experiments, crafts, and art activities. In Fun with Hieroglyphics, readers learn all about hieroglyphics to produce common words and construct messages.
Concept books are the first type of informational book a child sees. These books are simplified picture books that present information that is interesting and understandable for a small child. For example, Tana Holben's So Many Circles, So Many Squares.
Journals and interviews are the 2 most common books based on primary sources. An example would be Charles Darwin and the Beagle Adventures, which weaves Darwin's letters and journal notes throughout the text.
Photo essays use photos to capture emotion and to verify information. An example of this would be the Newbery Honor Book, Volcano, the Eruption and Healing of Mount St. Helens. It captures the emotion and the devastation through the photos.
Pop-ups were originally created for entertainment, but today a number of excellent informational books appear in pop-up format. Robert Sabuto and Matthew Reinhardt are currently the best-known names in pop-ups, both in fiction and nonfiction books. An example is How the World Works by Dorian and Young.
You guys are going to want to read this one.
Yeah, super cool.
Encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases are all examples of reference books. There is a current trend to make reference books more attractive and readable to children. Thank goodness. For example, The Most Fantastic Atlas of the Whole Wide World by the Brainwaves from DK Publishing.
School libraries usually have informational books in series. For example, elementary schools frequently have a series of books about the United States, one title per state.
Now we will continue with our author studies.